Hello everyone. Today's practice will be themed around embracing change or embracing transitions. And this is inspired by the season we're now approaching, fall, which is a transition from summer and warmth and maybe more leisurely time back to a season where it's starting to get colder. Maybe you have school or work starting to pick up. And there's this change, this seasonal change that is upon us. So for today's practice, we'll start in a child's pose. So we'll sink our sit bones towards our heels and we'll walk our arms out in front of the body. And you might choose to be in a knees together child's pose. Or maybe the knees come about mat width apart for a wide-legged child's pose. And the arms might be stretched out, or they might come one on top of the other to support the forehead. Beginning to arrive into the space of your practice today. Maybe noticing how the physical body has arrived. You might begin to deepen the breath in this posture. Sending the breath into the chest, ribs, maybe deep into the abdomen. And if intention setting is part of your practice, you might take a moment here to set an intention, or maybe take a moment for gratitude, sending thanks to someone or something in your life. We'll take one more full round of breath here in our child's pose. And we'll slowly come up to a tabletop or hands and knees posture. Ensuring that knees are under hips and hands are under shoulders. Weight should feel balanced between the knees and the hands. And if this is very intense on the wrist, you might choose to come up onto fists with a thumb pointing forward. And we'll find our practice of cat and cow here. So on the inhale, we'll bring the tailbone towards the sky, drop the belly and lift the heart for cow. And on the exhale, we'll curve the tailbone down, bringing navel towards spine, chin towards chest. And we'll do a few rounds just like this, inhaling to arch the back and exhaling to round the back. And maybe your cat and cow is nice and slow, starting from the back of the spine or the bottom of the spine, coming towards the crown. Or maybe your cat and cow today has a little more force or a little more activeness to it. It's a little bit quicker. We'll do one more full round here. And then we'll step the right foot forward between the hands, coming into a low lunge. And the hands might frame the foot and stay on the mat, or they might come up to rest on the thigh. Or maybe you let the hands hang down by the sides. Of course, this is only if the balance allows for this. And if the knee doesn't like this, you might pad the back knee, maybe roll the mat over. We'll take a few full rounds of breath here. And maybe you enjoy stillness, or maybe the hands sway gently. Awareness might be in the body, on the breath, or maybe it rests on that intention or that feeling of gratitude. We'll bring our hands back down to the mat and we'll return our right leg next to our left leg and switch sides, stepping forward with the left foot this time. finding that comfortable position for the hands, maybe on the mat, maybe up on the knee, or maybe they frame the sides of the body. Tuning into how the body feels, maybe how the breath moves. You might be choosing stillness today. This might be what the body needs most. Or maybe there's a gentle swaying or swinging of the hands and arms. We'll take one more full round of breath here. And this time when we bring the hands down to frame the front foot, we'll tuck the back toes and we'll step forward into a forward fold. Fingertips might rest on the mat. You might grab opposite elbows and gently sway side to side. Or you might rest the elbows above the knees. Keep the head above the heart. This can be good if you have low or uncontrolled blood pressure. Or even if you're really congested, maybe it's fall allergies, maybe it's a fall cold. Keeping the head up can help with this. Taking a few rounds of breath here, trying to feel that sense of releasing, letting gravity drag the body towards the floor. Gently pull on the upper body. And we'll slowly roll all the way up to standing. Shoulders and head come up last. Shoulders roll down and back. Maybe there's a sigh when you reach the top. And we'll come into a balancing pose, and we'll start by balancing on the left foot. So we'll shift the weight into the left foot, ensuring that we're not dropping the weight into left hip, but we're pressing through that foot to keep the hip high. And we'll become light through the right leg and the right foot. And maybe the right big toe stays on the mat. Or maybe that foot comes in towards the left ankle. Again, toes might stay on the mat. We're coming towards tree pose, and maybe that right foot comes onto the calf, or maybe it comes up into the inner thigh. We're having a strong connection here. Leg is pressing into foot, foot is pressing into the leg, and hands might rest over the belly button. Maybe they're on the hips. They might come to heart center, or maybe if the balance is good today, they might come up overhead, like you're growing branches from your tree. Each option has different benefits. Keeping hands on the body can be more grounding, more stabilizing. Lifting arms away from the body can be more expansive, more energizing. So finding the variation that speaks to you. We'll take one more full round of breath here. And if the arms are lifted, we'll gently bring them back towards the body. And we'll slowly return the right foot to the ground. Maybe you shake out the left leg. Taking a full few rounds of breath here with both feet firmly grounded on the mat. Maybe shoulders roll down and back and palms face the front of the room. Finding steadiness and ease in a simple standing pose. And slowly preparing for the other side. This time weight goes into the right foot. Strong through that foot, it's pressing into the earth and the floor beneath you. Leg is engaged. And left foot becomes light. Left big toe might come to the mat while the rest of the foot lifts. And this might be the variation you stay in, or that left foot might come to the right ankle, might come to the right calf, Or it might come up to rest on the inner thigh of the right leg. Find that strong connection once again. The idea that foot and leg are pressing into each other. It's a very active posture. And then finding that comfortable place for the hands, maybe over the belly button. Maybe they rest on the hips. Maybe they come to heart center. Or maybe they extend up like branches, and if you fall out, that's okay. It's part of the practice. Remembering your intention here, or maybe returning the mind to that feeling of gratitude, that sense of being thankful for something or someone. We'll take one more breath here. And if the arms are lifted, we'll gently return them back down to the sides or maybe to the body. And we'll slowly and gently return the foot to the mat. Taking a few full rounds of breath and standing. Feeling the support of the ground beneath you. And we'll tuck our chin towards our chest and roll our shoulders forward. And slowly begin to roll down towards the floor with the spine. Coming back to a forward fold. Options again to let fingertips or hands rest on the mat. To grab onto opposite elbows and gently sway the body. Or you might bring elbows just above the knees. And keep the head lifted above the heart. We'll bend our knees enough to bring the hands to the floor. And we'll slowly come back to a seat. So maybe the knees come down first. And you shift the hips to one side. And we'll extend the legs out long. Pressing out through the heels, toes point towards the ceiling. Shoulders are down and back and crown of the head's towards the sky. We'll come towards a forward fold from seated. So we'll inhale, arms up to frame our ears. Actively reaching up through fingertips, active through the feet. And we'll exhale to bring the arms over towards the legs. Trying to keep the back straight for as long as possible. And then letting the upper back round when you can't reach forward anymore. Hands may rest on the feet, on the shins. Maybe hands rest on the upper thigh or on the mat. And we'll make this a more passive forward fold. So legs and arms might relax. The head might grow heavy, chin coming towards chest. And if you'd like, the elbows might rest on the thighs and the hands might support the head. Trying to give the body a break here. Letting any unnecessary muscles or unnecessary tension release. And we'll slowly come back up to seated. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. And we'll come down to lie on the back now. And once you arrive on the spine, the legs might stretch out long for a traditional corpse pose. Or you might keep the knees bent, feet on the mat, bringing the feet about mat width distance apart. You might let the knees fall in towards each other for constructive rest. Hands might rest at the sides of the body. They might rest on the body. Coming into final relaxation or Shavasana. Letting the body be heavy and supported by the floor beneath you. You might tune into the body. You might tune into the breath. Or you might just observe the thoughts as they pass by, dismissing anything that comes up for a later time. You might choose to stay resting in your Shavasana or final relaxation for as long as you like. Or you might begin to invite gentle movement back into the body by wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rotating wrists and ankles, and maybe the knees hug in towards the chest. You might rock gently from side to side, massaging the lower back on the mat. Before coming to rest onto one side of the body, the bottom arm might act as a pillow. Taking one final moment here to be held, to feel weightless. And then slowly and gently, with the help of the hands and arms, return to an easy seated posture on the mat. And that concludes our short practice themed around embracing change or embracing transitions. I hope you enjoyed this class, this practice, and I'll see you again soon.